What we've all been waiting for could be about to happen with XRP and the rest of the crypto market. I love days like this where we're starting to see all the pieces come together. So I want to discuss some massive news that not a lot of people seem to be even talking about, let alone realizing the impact this could have on XRP. As well as that, I want to look at the macro, the technicals and the fundamentals to see where we are in this market right now. I also want to show you exactly what I'm doing with my personal trades. And let's jump straight into it. So we can see here, Trump has just tweeted, "I am in the Oval Office with 11 of the 12 congressmen and women necessary to pass the Genius Act. And after a short discussion, they have all agreed to vote tomorrow morning in favor of the rule." Now, I'm not talking about this as the big news I want to tell you guys, so give me a second. I just want to go through this. But Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, was at a meeting via telephone and looks forward to taking the vote as early as possible. "I want to thank Congresswomen and men," yada, yada, yada. So why is this important for XRP? Well, the Genius Act potential passage is bullish for XRP because it could create regulated stablecoin market where XRP excels as a bridge currency, reduce the SEC litigation risks with Trump's pro-crypto stance. It could also boost institutional adoption with banks and strategic reserves and drive speculation and price pumps despite competition and CBDC concerns. So this is why the market is very excited about this. On top of that, we also have an interesting character, Andrew Tate, talking about how the entire Western Hemisphere of real estate markets will collapse. Not could, but will. Now, of course, this is pure speculation. It's what he's saying over here on Twitter. But what he's saying is interesting. The Ponzi can no longer find new capital as young people with 50K opt for half a Bitcoin via the use for a deposit for a 25-year interest slavery. Again, guys, this is not what I'm talking about as the big news, but I want you guys to be aware of this. Why am I talking about this? Well, yesterday or the day before, we spoke about Barstool Sports owner and CEO Dave Portnoy coming out and talking, "Hey, I wish I had bought Bitcoin instead of real estate or stocks," or whatever he said. And now Andrew Tate is saying something very similar. Why is this important? Well, guys, they hold the attention, right? They hold the attention of retail. Now, this is just the steps to get more retail paying attention, and we're seeing it happen. The liquidity is flowing, just as I was expecting. We didn't know when it would happen, and we don't know if this is guaranteed to be the event that sends altcoins crazy, but it looks to me like it may be setting up. Andrew Tate, Dave Portnoy, Tom Lee buying 250 million of Ethereum. These are all the liquidity events, and it's not actually Andrew Tate buying or Dave Portnoy buying. It's them talking about it in front of millions of people that gets people's juices flowing. And then they go, "Oh, wait, what? Bitcoin?" Because no one's talking about it. Like, look at this, guys. Look at the Google Trends. Bitcoin is only starting to tick up right now. So they go, "Oh, yeah, Bitcoin. Wait, is it not a scam? Oh, my God, wait, it's $120,000. When did that happen? I want to buy some. I've been waiting to buy. I guess I missed Bitcoin. What am I going to buy next? Well, Ethereum, oh, $3,000. Oh, it's too expensive. Oh, XRP, the third largest crypto, right now overtaking USDT, but it's only $3. If that $3 gets to $120,000, I'll be a millionaire or billionaire. So I'm going to jump into that." That's the thought process of people who don't understand how market cap works. And I know there's arguments to say that XRP doesn't need market cap and all that. I'm not in that camp. I think it does need market cap. And if one day it takes over the entire SWIFT system and it moves away from being able or being tied to its market cap, fine. But right now, the market cap matters, all right? So if you hate that and you don't want to hear from someone who has a slightly different opinion to you, then don't watch the channel. But I think it's great to have people. I follow many people who have completely different opinions to me, who are bearish, who are bullish, who are on the middle, whatever it is, who like XRP, hate XRP, like Bitcoin, hate Bitcoin, whatever. I follow them all. I like to take in all of their information because it gives me a well-rounded opinion, right? So XRP is cheap. Then they might go, "Well, Solana, ooh, I'd heard there's meme coins on Solana, so I want to buy some of those cheap meme coins. I got to buy some Solana." And then Dogecoin, oh, that's very cheap, 20 cents. If that goes to 120,000, I can make loads of money. And then I heard Sui is the killer of Solana, right? So these are the thought processes that I'm trying to figure out before they happen. And we're starting to see that. And how we know we're starting to see it, look at this. Bitcoin on 7 days is up 9%, while Ethereum is 20% and XRP is 26%. And this is just such a great feeling. Isn't it just such a great feeling for everyone who who's been hating on XRP for so long, and now we're outperforming Bitcoin, it's outperforming Ethereum, and in fact it's outperforming everything else in the top 10 apart from Sui. right? Oh, and Stellar, right? Everything else, those aren't in the top 10, those are in the top 20, but it's outperforming everything in the top 10. And then I know someone's going to comment and say, Conor, you're just jumping on the bandwagon because everything's pumping. No, I started talking about XRP on this channel probably what, 3 or 4 months ago, made it about XRP because I saw the opportunity, right? So I started talking about it. And guys, I just want to show you a screenshot. This is me from 4 years ago. This is my video, right? Talking about my portfolio, and you guess what is right here? XRP. And this is just when I was talking about it. I've been holding XRP for ages, and people hate it. They absolutely hate that I have these trades open and I take profits from them. I also hold XRP in my spot bag, and I've just been accumulating that over the years, waiting patiently, letting it grow over time, buying more, letting it grow, trading XRP, right? Trading XRP like we have the trade here. And I showed you guys, I did it on the channel, right? We went up 400% and I took profits. Guess what I do with those profits? I use them to open more trades. I use them to buy ETFs in the stock market, property, and more spot crypto. And the reason why I use low leverage, right, in a market environment that's not crazily bullish is because I want more access to the upside. And I know that I'm not going to be selling my spot bag until I really feel we're in euphoria, and I may not get even close to the top with that. But when I have my low leverage positions here, I just take profits over time slowly. I've already taken profits live on the channel for all of these. And guys, I then got a little bit more risk on recently, which I've shown you with my altcoins here. Those are on a technical level, right? If we look at XRP, we can see we've firmly, again, it's gone, wait. So we dipped below, but guys, this is bullish, right? Because I think that we've flipped, we've come up, we broke our first resistance. Why is this resistance? Because there's resistance there and it's played into resistance many times before. We broke above it, we flipped it into a support, we headed higher. Then we broke above the next resistance, $2.91. We pushed up to about $3.03. We came down, we retested it, we flipped it into a support. So if I just move that to about there, we now have our support. But what we saw was a pullback, and that was opportunity in the market depending on your strategy. So I'm very happy with the way this is. I think it's bullish. And guys, not only has XRP come down to retest previous resistance, so did Bitcoin. So we see, if we jump over to Bitcoin right here, remember the 8-year bull market resistance, right? Boom, boom, all the way back here. You can see it. We broke out of it. And guess what, guys? Yesterday, we came down and to about a $400 give or take. You can see, look at that, look how close we came down to retest it on that wick. We bounced off it, and guys, that looks to me like an extremely textbook bullish breakout. This is the bullish news, all right? Look at this. In partnership with Control Alt and the Dubai Land Department, Ripple Custody will deliver scalable and secure storage for the Dubai Land Department's tokenized real estate title deeds, which have been issued on the XRP ledger, enabling fractional ownership, transparency, and global access to Dubai's real estate market. Guys, this is actual real world assets tokenized on the XRP ledger. And this is Dubai, which is a city and a country. And this is just the start of what could continue on. Remember, tomorrow we could absolutely fall off a cliff. All of my trades could go to zero and go into a loss, and I could owe money and I could lose the money that I've shown you guys. Nothing is guaranteed in this market, but I'm very happy with the way I've set myself up so far. Hopefully you guys have set yourselves up following your own strategies, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.